All right, fellow YouTubers. Today I got Survivor Johnny with me, one of my good friends, and he's going to show us his survival stove. He calls it the cat stove. So sit back, take some notes, enjoy, and I'm sure I'll have more videos with him in the future as he has some really cool tips and tricks for campers and those Survivor enthusiasts.
This is the, if you're filming.
I am.
Okay, then this is the one upgrade that the Seagull, I think, needs. I love this thing, but by taking a piece of ceiling grid wire with a few strategic bends on it, you can take and hook it, bring it back over and hook center. Okay, and when you, this little notch grabs here so that you can take and you can hang it over a fire.
That's pretty cool.
All right, that's the one upgrade that I think they need.
And that's just ceiling wire bent?
Yes, ceiling grid wire bent strategically. Yeah. All right, let me get.
Could you do the same thing possibly with the coat hanger?
Oh yeah. I mean, I like ceiling grid wire. I
Yeah,
don't know why.
it's a little bit thicker, isn't it?
Coat hanger sure enough do it. There's some of those other stoves that I showed you. All right, here we go. And now, everybody does their boil tests with 16 ounces. All right, these are 9-ounce cups. So what I'm going to do is pour in most of the cup, and we'll just kind of guess it's about 16 ounces. It's probably going to be closer to 17, but I'd rather be more than less. Okay, some water, the Seagull, pouring it in. All right, it's the water in the Seagull. Now, what I use for fuel is denatured alcohol. I just reuse this empty heat bottle, which heat is the best. This is the next best. But since I'm out of heat, I just refill this. Okay. Now, this is actually a cat food can, one of those pull top fancy feast things with a hole drilled in the bottom. And then you put insulation in the bottom of a soda can, which is cut in half. This cat food can slides neatly down into it, pretty tight, and then you just hand crimp over the edges and poke holes around it. You can see how hot it gets. It cooked off and that's only like one burn.
Wow.
This is not the best one of these that I've made, but it works good. Okay, so normally I would measure out an ounce of fuel, but I don't have my measuring device, so I'm gonna pour in roughly an ounce. All right, that's roughly an ounce. We're more concerned with how the stove functions and bringing the water to a boil in a timely manner. Watch how fast these jets come on. Most stoves take in the neighborhood of 1 minute to 2 minutes for the jets to come on. This takes maybe 20 seconds. Look, they're already.
Oh wow!
See, they're already.
Yeah, look at them.
I mean, how are you gonna beat that? Can you beat that?
No.
All right, now.
Even the little Boy Scout Coke can stoves don't come on that fast.
When I set this on here, what's gonna happen is all the other ones light up.
Yeah, I see it. I'm getting that.
But it puts
really
out the big middle fire, making the burn time longer. All right, so since I'm on the flame, now what I'm gonna do is cap it. Because just like when you're boiling your noodles at home, capped insulation in there, the insulation absorbs the alcohol. So if you knock this stove over, it doesn't spill burning alcohol. You know, it literally keeps it contained. Here's a different design. This one is a certain kind of stove that I make that's full of insulation with a screen. And then the holes are strategically, this is actually 3 cans. 3 pieces of can. You got 2 can bottoms forming the stove, and then a can top with strategic holes slid down over it. When I set a pan down on this, all these little holes become jets. So it's a hybrid. In my opinion, it's a hybrid catalytic stove.
That's cool.
Works pretty good. But
and how long does it normally take to boil?
Well, I think the last boil test I did with this, it brought the water to a boil in about 4 minutes, and it held it on a boil for another 8 minutes, with a total burn time of usable flame in the 13.5-minute range.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually not too shabby.
No.
And then because I stagger these jets, some of the jets are pointed more toward the middle, and some are kind of fanning out, and it kind of puts heat around the whole bottom.
Yeah, I like this design.
Now this particular stove is the second one I've made of this style. I've not done a boil test with this particular stove. I did the boil test with the first one I made.
All right.
Hard
Okay,
boil.
so we're talking about 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. You know,
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I did this.
and it
so I
is
could
starting to.
stir this.
You can hear it boiling. Yep, nice.
Oh, it'll keep it at that boil for quite some time.
About 4 minutes. So nice little setup there by Survivor Johnny. So hopefully bring more design videos.
Oh, you know what?
To
While
YouTube
you're
here.
taping, let me run in here and grab something that I bought last
Okay.
night. A new survival knife
Not
that's
bad.
very functional.
Not bad. He calls this, Survivor Johnny calls this his cat food stove. It's a mixture of a pool top, like cat food, plus a Coke can. He's done many different styles and designs, trying to maximize the amount of fuel. See, the jets are they're still going pretty strong. So, pretty cool design. It evenly distributes the heat, and pretty neat.
In Japan, they have a landscaping knife that's
Okay.
pretty cool, right? Well, Fiskars just came out with one, so I bought one. It's actually a landscaping knife, so it's a spade, a shovel, but it's sharp. It's a knife.
Okay,
Might-
this is
might
by
be-
Fiskars.
Might be a wonderful survivor knife.
Oh, that's cool. It has a little groove cut out. You could use that as a shovel.
Blood groove, and it is a shovel.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely a
So-
pretty fair survival knife.
by Fiskars.
I had to sharpen it, but you know, who cares? I sharpen everything I get.
And where'd you pick this up? Just
For $7.95 at Walmart.
not bad.
Yeah. Now I took, you know, my little thing that I do with the Kydex sheaths that I make.
Yeah.
This one's not as successful. This type of plastic doesn't do as good as the PVC does.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that's my first attempt. I actually did that about 6:45 this morning, just kind of messing around with it.
So in the past, Survivor Johnny has done using PVC, heating it up with a heat gun, and you can mold it around your knife to create your own sheath, and it holds it really, really well.
I'm not real happy with this one.
That's a different type of material, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not PVC. I'm gonna have to go back and
Cool.
redo it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, to be continued. I will be bringing more videos with different designs of the
Okay, fire's out
stove.
now.
So cool. Well, thanks for demonstrating this, and we'll be back soon.